trusted news source, ABC6 News at noon.
Breaking news to lead us off here on ABC6 News at noon as we look live at the Rhode Island State House. Order granted. The homeless people living in tents outside the Smith Street side of the State House get a temporary win in court. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Doreen Scanlon. Those tents now can stay up until at least Wednesday after a Superior Court judge heard a First Amendment challenge in Providence this morning. ABC6 News reporter Natalie Norrie sat in on that hearing. She joins us now live on Smith Hill with the details new at noon. Natalie?
Doreen, a defense attorney filed a restraining order against the state to prevent that eviction from happening today here. I was over at Superior Court where that verdict was read, actually allowing these people to stay here just a little bit longer. A lawyer in court for the state today said that the State House policy actually prohibits anyone from staying at the State House overnight, and that the state has a right to regulate the manner, time, and place of First Amendment issues. But the restraining order was temporarily granted at least till next Wednesday to allow these people to stay longer. Homeless advocates say it's a message to Governor Dan McKee and his administration that there's a larger problem here that needs to be addressed.
I don't agree with the restraining order, but we did get a victory today because we got an extension till Wednesday. That's as long as they don't do like they did last time and make it corrupt and do stuff behind backs of people.
But we now have a little bit of time, since we're not working under a 48-hour deadline, to try to contact the state resources.
And that is next for the homeless advocates to reach out and seek accommodations for these people, as well as continue advocating for help. Now, Rick Corley, as well as people who were in support of them today at Superior Court, said that the Emmanuel House is actually accepting people in their shelter, but the only obstacle there is that they're only accepting men. And we haven't heard any word from the governor's office as to which other shelters might be pitching in. For now, reporting live in Providence, Natalie Norrie, ABC6 News.
All right, Natalie, thank you. And our team coverage continues now as we're hearing from protesters who got their desired outcome. They were out bright and early at the State House this morning, even going inside to deliver their message. ABC6 News reporter Yanni Tregellis has been on Smith Hill all morning long. He spoke to those protesters about why they showed up this morning. Yanni?
Doreen, well, yeah, some of these protesters arriving as early as before 7 o'clock this morning, and they tell me that they came here to the State House today to protect the homeless people that have been camped here. Now, throughout the morning, these protests originally starting right here where we're standing, but throughout the day, those protesters actually marching up to the State House steps and inside into the State House lobby. Now, this protest staying peaceful throughout the entire morning, with the people sitting on these steps inside by the Christmas tree for about an hour, with activists speaking to the crowd, singing, as well as chanting some things like, quote, Dan McKee, do your job, and, quote, no justice, no peace. Now, there were about a few hundred people inside the state capitol this morning before the temporary restraining order was ruled in their favor. And the main thing that people really want to see, that we spoke with today, saying they want both homeless people out here to be supported throughout the state and finding a permanent plan for these homeless people beyond just letting them continue to stay here on the State House grounds. And everyone here saying whether a judge ruled in their favor or not, they weren't going anywhere.
I was inside and they said we're not going nowhere. They don't have no right to touch anything that we own or anything, so we're not going nowhere.
Not just promises, not just talk of this is what has happened in our state, this is unacceptable, and here is what we're doing to fix it before the first snowfall, if possible.
And again, with that temporary restraining order ruling in their favor, the tents out here outside of the State House allowed to stay here until next Wednesday. And there were some cheers and celebration after the ruling in their favor, but it wasn't a full celebration, as they know this isn't the end of the fight. And speaking to some of the homeless people here after that ruling, they said they're going to continue to fight for the state and for the governor to get them a full resolution to the homeless issues throughout the state of Rhode Island. For now, we're live at the State House. Yanni Tregellis, ABC6 News.
All right, Yanni, thank you. And be sure to stay with ABC6 News for continuing coverage on today's restraining order. Dominique Turner will pick up the story on ABC6 News first at 4. And now to news that's making national headlines. Brittany Griner is back in the U.S. after a high-profile prisoner swap. A plane carrying the WNBA star landed in Texas early this morning. The United States made a trade with Russia to get her back, freeing convicted Russian arms dealer Victor Bout, also convicted of conspiring to kill Americans. Greiner had been in Russian custody since February when she was arrested on drug smuggling charges. And big news on Capitol Hill as the Democratic majority just got a little slimmer. Arizona Senator Kristen Sinema is leaving the party and registering as an independent. Sinema did not say if she will caucus with the Democrats like independents Bernie Sanders and Angus King.
Removing myself from the partisan structure, not only is it true to who I am and how I operate, I also think it'll provide a place of belonging for many folks across the state and the country who also are tired of the partisanship.
Sinema has joined West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin in breaking with Democrats on key issues recently. The party had just secured a 51-49 Senate majority with Senator Raphael Warnock's win in Georgia earlier this week. We turn to the weather now as we take a live look outside. Right now, it's a bright day out there, cooler than what we've been experiencing lately. Nick Morganelli is in the Weather Center with your first forecast. Hi, Nick.
Hey, Doreen. We were spoiled. 50s 3 days last week, right? Or 3 or 4 days. I lost count. How about that? But yes, it is cooler today, and we got a little wind out there too, so that is adding to the chill. Temperatures right now low to mid 40s, 46 in Westerly. That's the milder spot right now. You factor in the wind that's blowing around 10 miles per hour, and it feels like it's in the middle 30s just about everywhere. Newport 34. That's the feel like temperature, and that's what you have to dress for. We've got the clear sky right now, but look east. Look out over the ocean. You've got the stratocumulus clouds. You can see those nicely there as the visible satellite shows that just offshore from that north wind over the warmer waters. But look farther off towards Halifax, Nova Scotia. There's clouds there, and all that is a developing storm that's going to wrap in here and kind of dampen our weekend with clouds and cool, damp weather. So here's the forecast through today. We've got 39 by 6 o'clock. If you're heading out tonight, you've got some Friday night activities. Clear sky to start. Definitely need the winter gear. It's in the middle 30s. The thin clouds come in late, but still will drop to about 28 for the overnight low. Here's your weekend forecast. Middle 30s both days, and it feels like middle 20s. We're going to talk about this snow that's coming Sunday night. That may impact the Monday morning commute. That's just ahead with the 7-day forecast.
All right, Nick, thank you. And now new at noon. From Washington, D.C. to Bristol County, Mass. Today, a group of local leaders celebrating new federal funding for Fall River. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency headlined the event at Durfee High School, detailing a $14 million infrastructure investment in the city. Some of that money specifically went to green school buses for the public schools and lead pipe removal in the city on Wiedemo Street.
This is going to protect our children and our communities from diesel emissions. It's going to reduce maintenance costs, and that's going to help on the school budget. So instead of spending a lot of money to repair engines, we're going to spend that money on teachers. We're going to spend that money on education. We're going to spend that money on our students.
It's important for Fall River's children who will drink from de-leaded pipes and go to school on clean running buses. And it's important for all Americans who want to build an economy and a democracy that truly works for everyone.
Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan was also on hand. He called the investment in the city unprecedented. And trending now in Massachusetts, big-time tree controversy in Dedham. The branch manager of the public library isn't happy, saying the town told her she couldn't put up a tree this year. That branch manager says officials relayed that some people were uncomfortable with the tree being there in the past. There are several other holiday decorations inside, including presents and a menorah.
When I heard that it was a few town employees who made this decision, changing years of long-standing tradition, I was very upset at that. Dedham is a town that claims it's inclusive, and I just thought this was a very exclusive change that was not discussed.
So some people now want the tree put back up. In a statement, the town only said it condemns the harassment and bullying of town officials over the issue. They invited people to attend public meetings to share their concerns. Still to come here on the news at noon, health officials talking triple-demic. But if your kids just don't feel well, will you find empty medicine shelves at the store? All the latest on a shortage. And later, a follow-up to a story we told you about yesterday. An inside look now at a new feature Amazon is using to show drivers a little extra appreciation this holiday. ABC6 News covering your health now, and growing alarm about some drug shortages across parts of the country. With the triple-demic, cases of flu, RSV, and COVID driving high demand for medications. ABC's Janae Norman has the latest.
Concerns growing about local drug shortages in parts of the country as the triple-demic tightens its grip. Cases of flu, RSV, and COVID surging. And now, coast-to-coast spot shortages of certain medications and over-the-counter pain relievers.
I feel like it should be one of the things that they should always have is, like antibiotics, amoxicillin, anything.
Kendra Hall's 15-month-old was diagnosed with RSV and a double ear infection Monday, but the Massachusetts mom couldn't find a pharmacy to fill the antibiotic prescription for the ear infection.
It took us a whole day to actually find what we needed, and we had to go at least like 30 minutes away. We looked at 5 different stores. So it was pretty crazy.
In the 20 years that I've been practicing, I've never seen drug shortages quite like this.
The triple-demic driving a high demand for over-the-counter cold and pain meds for kids, causing spotty supply depending on the region and issues with other medications. Some antibiotics like amoxicillin are a result of supply chain issues, a holdover from the pandemic.
Those same factors of why your favorite foods might not be on the shelf are really also driving the same things of why you can't find these over-the-counter pain relievers on the shelf.
And if you can't find a medication for your child, experts suggest calling around to other pharmacies, looking for generic versions, and asking your pharmacist how to use an adult version of a medication for a child.
And a big development on the vaccine front. The FDA now authorizing the new COVID shot for children as young as 6 months, making that age group the last to become eligible for new boosters. Those are expected to be available as early as next week. Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
And still to come here on the news at noon, we're going to check in with Nick for a look at your full 7-day forecast. It's right after this.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Nick Morganelli.
And welcome back to ABC6. This is our temperature right now. It's 44 degrees, feeling like 37. We've got a little bit of wind out there out of the north at 14 miles per hour. And on this weekend, this is the 30th anniversary this weekend of a huge nor'easter, which is the wind out of the northeast. It's an ocean storm, gives us that northeasterly wind. We call them nor'easters here in New England. And look at the snowfall in northwestern Providence County. 24 to 30 inches fell, this white zone right in here. The other place that got the jackpot was out in the Berkshires of Massachusetts. And so the coastline didn't get all that much, but this is one of the more impactful nor'easters that we've had here. Probably end up in the top 10 overall for December nor'easters for New England. Nothing like that this weekend, but we do have a little system to talk about. We've got a cold stretch of days ahead. We've got a cloudy weekend with wind chill in the 20s. It's going to feel cold and damp all weekend long. Good weekend to stay in, put a log on the fire or on the wood stove, have some soup, make a gingerbread house, do those holiday things inside that make you feel warm. And Sunday night, there's a little light snow coming to just put you in the mood even more for the holidays. A little bit of snow. Here's the weather pattern right now. These little tubes of arrows here, those are the jet streams, okay? You can see the weather flowing along the jet stream. What we look for in this pattern is there's a big dip in the jet stream here. So systems come out of the Pacific Northwest. Alberta, Canada is right here. They zip along between these two jet streams, and we call that the Alberta Clipper. Just like a clipper ship, they move very, very quickly. So that's our pattern right now. We look to the map, and we see a little system in here. That's going to weaken. We see another one over here through the Rockies right now. And then there's another one. This is the one right here. That's probably the one for Sunday night that's coming into the Pacific Northwest right now. So let's look at what's happening. We've got the clear sky now. We have clouds and a developing storm east of us. That's our weekend weather first before this thing comes in from the west. So there's the low pressure system wrapping clouds in from the ocean, high pressure to the north. So that northeasterly wind bringing in the cloud deck, maybe giving us a sprinkle Saturday night or Sunday. But really, this is not going to cause too much weather other than keep us cool and cloudy. It's this little guy. Here's the Alberta Clipper, not doing too much now. This is by 7 o'clock Saturday, but it zips through the Great Lakes into New York. Then it starts to blossom. Look at that. It's got some snowfall with it ahead of this warm front. That's noontime on Sunday. So we're still cloudy and cold. And then this shield of snow moves in during the evening hours. Here's 8 o'clock. And now here's where the trick comes in. Does this storm rapidly intensify? And does it give us a burst of snow for a few hours Sunday night? If that happens, we get a good accumulation of snow. It could have 1 to 2 or 3 inches. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think it will blossom, but it might be a little too late. But we'll have to wait and see. You certainly have to watch this over the weekend. Tune in to Bill Guile this weekend and updates on this on Saturday and especially on Sunday because this thing could rapidly intensify. So I have our first snowfall map since I've been here at ABC6. So a coating, I think, to maybe a ½ an inch in northwestern Providence County, and as you go up into Worcester County, northeastern hills of Connecticut, maybe an inch of snow there. Could be an inch and a half, but you know, the ground isn't really frozen in a lot of areas yet. So a lot of times the flakes fall and then they melt as they hit the ground. So we'll have to see how much is actually stuck on the ground Monday morning, but this could affect the Monday morning commute because the snow comes at night. There's your weekend forecast. Pretty chilly here. And Monday morning, I think we'll be left over with a few snow showers in the morning, right around sunrise. And depending on, how intense that system is, if it comes in a little later and it's a little more intense, then it affects the Monday morning commute.
Right.
Okay, so we'll really have to wait and see. The timing on it is crucial.
Okay, and we don't really like to talk about the Monday morning commute, Nick, when we're Friday at 12:30.
It's Friday.
Okay?
All right,
but in
TGIF,
this instance, we will let you know
as
you get in the mode of ABC6. That's like a little taboo to talk about Monday on a Friday. But
I'm sorry.
we'll allow it this time because it is about snow. All right, thanks.
All right, you're welcome.
Still to come on the news at noon, we have new details on that Amazon program to tip your delivery driver just as they face the influx of packages to drop on your doorstep. Back now with your consumer news and an update today on that Amazon program to thank your delivery drivers. We told you about this yesterday, that when you get a package delivered from Amazon, you can give your driver a tip of $5 without shelling out your own cash. Here's a video from Amazon showing just how simple it is.
Alexa, thank my driver.
Glad you enjoyed your most recent delivery. Since you shared your appreciation, as a special thanks this holiday season, your driver will receive an extra $5 at no cost to you. This promotion is for a limited time only.
Well, so there you go. Again, Amazon gives the driver who delivered your most recent package $5. This is for the first 1 million thank yous. A driver can be thanked multiple times too, and even if you don't have an Alexa, you can thank a driver in the Amazon app. So don't forget, we'll be right back. Well, a big holiday weekend, getting things done, and maybe address those Christmas cards inside tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Chilly
So
temps.
we've got the cool weather with us all weekend long. 35 for the temperature, but it feels like 20s all weekend long. There it is. And then the snow comes in. Light snow should develop Sunday evening, early evening, and then go through the overnight hours. So we'll see how much we get out of this. I think, the ground's warm, so maybe a coating, maybe a ½ an inch in some places. We'll have to see how that works out.
All right, just enough to pretty it up, right? Yeah, all right,
go.
Nick, thank you. And thank you for joining us for the news at noon. The news continues first at 4. Have a great afternoon, everybody.